All right, what's up, everybody? We got Lala here today. She's a little rambunctious, so she wants to get a video. Want to make this video about when you should skip your big workout, like when you're only 2 weeks out from a massive A race. You might be like, why would you ever do that? What are you doing going into the A race? Probably before you taper. Some people are going to do a 2-week taper, week and a half. Obviously, depends on the athlete, depends on the event that you're going into. I've been training crazy hard for Tour Southland in order to make it through 7 stages. I'm going to do the more traditional, like, week and a half taper. There's 2 travel days to get to New Zealand. Then we're going to get the bikes put together, do some openers, do some, like, race week 2x10 threshold. Just make sure the body's running on full steam again. But, excuse me, if you've been following me on Strava, I've posted all my rides. What I did, I'm like clockwork, the old school, like 3 weeks on, 1 week off. By the end of the 3rd week, I'm pretty roasted, and I want that rest week. Some new athletes I've had this year are like, man, these rest weeks suck. Like, you don't really ride much. And you're right, but they also say, dude, when you make me go hard, I've never gone this hard before. So when you're really pushing yourself, you gotta rest, you gotta recover. You know, the basic thing that I think we all can easily forget is we don't get stronger when we go ride. We get stronger when we go ride, and then we rest, and we come back from that rest stronger. You might feel a little stale after the rest, but the legs are gonna come around, and that's where you're gonna be crushing. So that's, very similar to a taper. Taper, you're reducing your volume, you're keeping the intensity but reducing it. You're not going all out thrashing, keeping some event specific intervals in there, but this comes up often during the season for people. Somebody gets sick, and there's the camp saying if it's neck or above, you ride it out. If it's in your chest, you just have to take a break. People struggle with this, and it's these little things where they're like, I'm kind of sick, and then the first thing I say is, don't ride. Well, I really just want to ride a little bit more. And what happened to me was, went to Nashville, finished my last ride, had Saturday off, and Sunday I woke up and I had my last big ride. So I'm thinking to myself, like, this ride really matters. It's the last one before the taper starts. I have these specific intervals I'm doing. And I woke up and I just did not feel myself. And, I went to Mass and I was planning to ride at 1. And like 12 o'clock came around and I was just like, I just felt tired. And I'm lucky that I have a coach too. Patrick is my coach. We work really hand in hand on my training. I've really enlisted him more and more later this year after I feel like, and I'll get into this on another post, my spring was so chaotic with too many things going on that I was not really focused, and it hurt my performance. But I simply texted him on Sunday and said, dude, I feel tired. I don't even want to ride. I feel like I should rest. And the only thing he had to text me back was one word, was rest. I came home, and thank God I did not ride. I passed out for an hour and a half. And then I slept 9 hours that night. I went to bed at like 8 o'clock and woke up at 5. And I felt really so much better on Monday. But you can only imagine, had I stuck to this schedule that we all think is like the Bible and been like, I got to do 4 hours and I got these intervals and I got to do the intensity. Dude, that was going to be a 250 TSS ride, no doubt. And that does not make me stronger. That just definitely does not help me not get sick. That makes me get sick. So instead I went home, took some zinc, got some sleep. Yesterday did a quick spin on Zwift, got dropped from a couple races, felt amazing this morning, and went out and got back on track. You not riding 1 or 2 days and getting to 100% is a better athlete than you riding more and being 70%. Because you're just getting more tired. And I really just want to make this video because this happens to people in the summer and they fear that they are going to get behind if they take 2 or 3 days off. And I promise you, I have seen it last for 2 to 5 weeks where it's literally like, dude or dudette, stop riding your bike. Oh, I got to get this hour and a half in. Got to go ride 45 minutes. Got to just breaking your body down. Rest. So I think there's another video out here why we all need to rest, or maybe I made a blog. I'll make a blog into this one. Remember that rest is your friend. Yes, if you take 2 weeks off, you will lose a massive amount of fitness. If you take 3 days off, you will not. You can look through my training very often throughout the season. I take 5 days. Sometimes I'm just out of town. I like to travel. I want to I love riding a bike, but I love doing other things also, right? I got to be careful that Chris doesn't always hear that. But you know, if you have to take Thursday through Sunday off, this is another reason to be in the gym. Have a base of a gym routine and go work out 3 days in the gym. You're not going to miss a beat. Sure, it's not ideal to take 3 days off before your A event or take 3 days off the week before, something like that. But you work with your coach. You figure it out. You schedule stuff. Go really freaking hard when you got to go really hard. Rest really hard when you got to rest hard. And if you feel like you're getting sick, nip it in the bud. Take a rest. See you guys in New Zealand. It's going to be cold and rainy.